is Acre, and today we're going to read H is for Hoosier, written by Cynthia Reynolds and illustrated by Bruce Langton. A begins the alphabet, and the word Amish too, you know. The Amish live like farmers did 200 years ago. Horses pull plows as they till the ground, and horses pull their wagons all around the town. B can be for basketball, a sport for Hoosiers, short or tall. They pass and play, dribble and dunk into the hoop where the orange ball is sunk. Cardinal starts with the letter C. Our state bird whistles cheerfully. You'll know him by his bright coat of red, from the tip of his tail to the top of his head. D stands for Indiana Dunes. Along Lake Michigan's shores they glisten. Singing sands are what you'll hear if you take a walk and listen. Explorer begins with the letter E. Explorers came from across the sea. Searching for gold treasures and glory, their adventures make an exciting story. F salutes our flag, waving free, around a torch symbolizing liberty. Circles of stars fly across a blue sky. G greets Grissom Air Museum and the astronaut with the same name. He was the second American to fly so high in outer space, he gained his fame. Did you know that H is for Hoosier? What is a Hoosier, you may ask? There are many different ideas, so giving you an answer is a difficult task. I stands for Indianapolis, the capital of our state. This is where rules and laws are made that make our state so great. Jonathan Jennings starts with J. Our first governor, the history books say, helped choose our capital and write our laws. He made Indiana Statehood his special cause. Kokomo carries the letter K. This city's name is fun to say. People came here from near and far to see Elwood Haynes drive his gas-powered car. L is for Abraham Lincoln. M is for Motor Speedway, the place to be on Memorial Day, when fast cars race around the track 200 times before they come back. Natives and name both begin with N. Our natives who gave us our name fished and hunted in the land of the Indians, long before explorers and pioneers came. O is for a river called Ohio. Along Indiana's southern border, its waters flow. Voyagers hunted animals here long ago, and pioneers crossed the river in sunshine, rain, and snow. P is for peony, which gives us one of spring's sweetest smells. Kneel on your knee, sniff and see the flowers colored in scarlet and pastels. Quail starts with Q. This vice president is a Hoosier too. Dan Quayle's museum shows his world view and honors all other vice presidents too. Mr. Riley's name begins with R. In olden times, with his rhymes, this Hoosier poet was a superstar. Are you ready for the next letter? The alphabet gets better and better. S sits at the head of the word school. In olden days, schools taught the golden rule. Reading, writing, and arithmetic were practical on slates, and students memorized poems and important dates. The next letter that we see is T. T stands tall for the tulip tree. Named for its yellow, tulip-shaped flowers, this tree grows big so that you can play in its shade for hours. Underground Railroad starts with U, as you see. This railroad transported slaves to liberty. Without whistles or tracks or smoky smokestacks, the train was a chain of people helping others to be free. Read all about it. Vincennes begins with V, home of our first newspaper and our first public library. W stands for Wyandotte Cave, explored by people who are brave. In passages far below the ground, stalactites and stalagmites can be found. X is found at crossings on the roads of our state. Crossroads of America, this motto fits just great. Y is for yellow, a mellow yellow, the color in which farmers' fields are dressed during Indiana's autumn harvest, when corn and soy crops are at their best. And now, last but not least, Zionsville begins with a Z. In this small, charming village, Hoosiers gathered to see President Lincoln on his way to Washington, D.C. December 11th is Indiana Statehood Day. Happy birthday, Indiana. I'm Mrs. Akery. Thank you for watching.